Welcome to the 5% Club podcast, the space where ambitious leaders go to master their careers and their lives. I'm ShaylaMKing, a former C-suite executive turned performance and happiness coach. And this is the podcast for leaders who want it all. The promotions, the paychecks, and luxurious amounts of time for what matters most. Each week, I'll teach you how to work less, make more, and design a life you love. Let's go. Welcome back to the 5% Club podcast. I'm ShaylaMKing, your favorite executive coach and the founder of the Performance and Happiness Lab. You've got the title, you've got the team, you've got the metrics that say you've made it. But what's it like behind the title? Do you have an extraordinary life or just an impressive one on paper? Do you have an extraordinary life? Not a busy one, not a productive one, not a she's killing it in her career one, but an extraordinary life. One you deeply love living. Because here's what most leaders never tell you. Career success does not automatically equal life success. So today, we're talking about what it really takes to create a powerful, peaceful, joy-filled life. It goes way beyond LinkedIn highlights and job titles. This episode is especially for the high performers who've checked every box and still feel like something's missing. You've made the money, you've earned the respect, but you're not waking up excited. You don't feel alive. You're not going to sleep fulfilled. You're not lit up. This was me once. On paper, I had the American dream. And it wasn't a performance problem. It was a design problem. So today, we're pulling back the curtain and we're looking beyond the title at your whole damn life. To build an extraordinary life, we use the same framework I use with the execs chasing their next level. Results, relationships, rituals, and mindset. But this time, we're not applying it to your team or to your role. We're applying it to you, to your real life, the part of you that exists beyond performance reviews and org charts. Let's go. First, results. We want to actually architect your life. And so something we say a lot in the Performance and Happiness Lab is that you don't just land an extraordinary life, you design one. And design means asking the question most high performers never slow down enough to ask. What do I want my life to feel like? Not your role, not commit your income, but your life. And then you build a results plan for that, for how you want to feel. You've built project plans for revenue targets. You've crafted strategies to launch new teams or new products. But when is the last time that you built a project plan for a deeply connected marriage? A joyful parenting rhythm that lights everyone up? Your dream travel life? A bank account that reflects your ambition and your values and makes you feel safe and secure? How about a clean and well-decorated home that feels like a sanctuary? Or a body that feels strong, powerful, and lit up? That's what real results look like. Most people live by accident. Most people, life happens to them. We're doing it different over here, you guys. In the 5% Club, we live by design. We intentionally create the life we love. So let's jump into it. One of the first things that we're going to talk about is relationships. I want you to edit those who are around you on purpose. You've heard the saying, friends are like elevator buttons. Either they bring you up or they bring you down. And most of us are carrying too many people who don't know how to lift us up. So part of your life results plan is this: audit your circle. Who drains you? Who dims your joy? Who makes you second guess your light? And then edit. It took me a long time before I realized that I had the simple power. If people were negative, If people were unhealthy, no matter who they are to me, I'm not just talking about friends. We might have guilt because it's it's our best friend since elementary school. Or it could be a close family member. It could be a mom. But if people are taking away from your life, from your happiness, from your confidence, if there are unhealthy relationships for you or for your children or for your spouse, you need to save yourself. You need to edit those circles. And we are not going to let guilt and shame and expectation decide who is in our life. We are going to say, this is what I want my life to look like, and this is who is in it. Make sense? Because you, my friend, are in charge. And I went through one of these edits personally. I did a lot of it over the last 5 to 10 years. And let me tell you, once you get over the guilt of it, your life becomes so peaceful. The people that I have around me and my children are going to be positive influences. It doesn't mean that people never have things going on in their life. It doesn't mean that you don't support other people. Not at all. What this means is I intentionally design my circle with people who lift me up, who inspire me, who have common interests, and who make my life better. Now, you can go through whatever process you want of deciding who that is, of creating your own criteria. This is not about following my 5-point plan and how to decide who stays in and out of your life. What this is about is being intentional. What this is about is looking at your life now and seeing, are there people in my life that drain me? Would my life be better with less or no time with this person? And then remembering you are fully in charge of your life and those decisions. You are. No guilt, no expectations needed. All right. So, first thing is to edit those that are in your life. The second is to add. So, I teach every one of my clients how to proactively cultivate friendships that make their life richer. Because the truth is, making friends as an adult is hard. But in the 5% Club, we don't wait for life to happen to us. We make things happen. You'll learn how to find the right relationships for the season of life that you're in now, how to deepen the ones that matter, how to build intentional friendships, not accidental ones. So often, those that are in our circle are about proximity and ease. It's our neighbors. It's the parents of the kids who play sports with our kids. It's the friends that we've had since childhood. It's the coworkers. What we want to do is say, is this person here because they've always been here, because they're close by, or because I'm intentionally choosing to have them in my life? We have a limited amount of resources of our time and our energy, and I want you to design your life to where those are really fulfilling for you. That you cultivate these deep, meaningful relationships where you learn and you grow and you laugh and you just really look forward to the time that you're spending. Very limited amount of time to spend with friends. Make it count. All right. So you don't just stumble into these perfect relationships. And once you find the right people you want in your life, you don't just stumble into them being extraordinary, right? So we're also going to focus on your relationships at home. You don't stumble into an extraordinary marriage. You build one. You don't just get lucky with being connected with your kids. You lead with intention. So inside the lab, I help clients design relationships and rituals with their spouse and children so that love just doesn't just survive the weight of ambition, it thrives with it. It's the same things where we are intentional with our time when we talk about executive essentialism. It's the disciplined pursuit of less. and focusing on what truly matters and move the needle. We're going to do that with our circle. We're going to work with the people that are in the center. It's like a bullseye. And that red bullseye in the middle of a dartboard are the people that are closest to you. Those are the people. I'll take you through an exercise where we talk about the people who adore you. I want you to write out who those people are. It's usually 1 to 5 people in our life that we feel like truly adore us and always have our best interest at heart and truly love us. We want to save our time and energy for the people closest to that red dot center and not have our time sucked up by people who ask us for time but really are pretty far out on that dartboard. Right? We have the closest people to us, and then we've got the next level and the next level and the next level. And sometimes we are overwhelmed and our life is consumed because somebody on the outer edge is asking for our time and we feel like we can't say no. So we'll get recentered about who in your life is most important. And then how do you create habits and relationships and have regularly occurring intentional activities with those people so that you can deepen those relationships and make them flourish. All right. So we will use those same tools in our personal relationships. And then, of course, that will play to your business side as well. We'll make sure that you are known by the people who are deciding what's next. So that means building intentional relationships at work, not just staying busy and hoping somebody notices. So we'll map out your visibility strategy. We'll help you connect with the decision makers before roles even open. So you are going to have exactly the right relationships at home and at work that you need for the life that you crave. All right. And finally, for rituals, energy is your edge. And when you are overwhelmed, tired, and burnt out, everyone around you gets your scraps. They get the tired mom. They get the bitchy mom. They get the I'm short with you. I'm impatient. I'm resentful. I feel like you've used me and pulled too much out of me. But what I'll teach you how to do is how to reframe all of that. Make your yeses count. Say no more often. So when you show up with your kids and your spouse and the people that are in the center of that dartboard, you're showing up with patience and with love and with kindness and with abundance. We always want to have that abundant energy. And so you will learn exactly how to strip away the things that are draining you and how to add back in the things that really light you up. And everyone around you will notice. It's one of my favorite things when I talk to clients and they said, my husband said, you're completely different. And yeah, Shayla taught me how to stop ruminating on all the negative stuff that's happening all day. Or actually, I started saying no more, and I just feel like my life is so much more peaceful. I have luxurious amounts of time for the things that matter most, just like Shayla promised. Life really is getting easier and lighter and more fun, right? Love it. So remember at work too, you've got to create those relationships with the right people so that they know that you're brilliant. And so as part of that, you're going to have the relationships and then you're going to have the energy. So under rituals, what we're going to talk about in this area is the fact that if you feel like you're overwhelmed at work, if you feel overwhelmed, it's showing. People know that you're overwhelmed. And if I think you're overwhelmed with the plate of work you already have, guess what? I'm not going to give you more. No one's going to promote you. Even if you're like, but I'm short staffed right now, it'll be easier in the next role. I'll have a bigger team in the next role. I'm not giving you the promotion if I think you can't handle what you have. And it feels like you're already lighting the candle at both ends. You're already sending me emails at 11 at night. You're already always playing catch up. You're already low energy and overwhelmed. I'm not going to give you more. And I know that's hard to hear because so many of us feel like we're trying so hard just so we can prove ourselves and get to that next level. But actually, that amount of effort that is draining you is what's keeping you from getting to the next level. So I'll teach you how to prioritize, how to have that essentialism so that you can get the job done in 40 hours or less, so that you can have time and energy back. So you can show up as an executive that is settled, organized, strategic. not running from thing to thing to thing. So that you can say, of course I can take on the big initiative, the big project. Of course I have capacity. I always know how to rework my workload to make time for the things that matter most. And that's partly because you know how to say no strategically. And I'll teach you how to do that as well. Because when leadership sees you barely holding it together, they're thinking, there's no way I can give her more. She's already drowning. And this is how high performers stall. They assume it's just for now. We're understaffed. This project's a beast. Next quarter will be better. But leadership isn't thinking about next quarter. They're looking at you today and asking, can she handle more? And if they see stress, chaos, and burnout, you're already off the list. It's tough love, but it's true. And since I have been an executive and a chief people officer, I've been in all the rooms. I have hired and trained thousands of leaders. I know exactly why they're chosen and why they're not. And I will always bring you the truth so that you can know what's behind the curtain and so that you can change those things for yourself, because I want you to get promoted quickly. I want your life to be easier. I want you to make more impact in less time. And honestly, you can continue to get promoted and work less and less. I worked less and less. I never missed a kid's birthday, and I kept getting promoted. Went from 6 figures to multiple 6 figures to over 6-figure bonuses to 7-figure contracts. And I worked less and less at every single one of those junctions. But this is only after I developed the performance and happiness formula. Before that, I was making, $100K and killing myself. And let me tell you too, there's a big difference between making 100 and 130,000 and making 200 and 250,000. The amount of discretionary income that you have in between those levels, the amount of luxury and play and experiences and overall security that you can have between those levels is huge. Huge. I wanted to do an exercise with my clients about all the different things that as they rise from 130, 100, 150, and make it to that 200 and 250 level, of those changes that happen in their life. It's getting more support around the house. It's taking kids on more trips. It's paying debt off. It's getting security and having money for college. It's going out to dinner and not worrying about the bill. It's doing experiences that make your life epic. And it happens between those two levels, and I want that for you so bad. And you keep trying to get there by working harder and harder and harder, and it doesn't work. I'm going to teach you how to get there easier, softer, lighter. And it's going to blow your mind that it's counterintuitive, that the easy way is the way. It is the right path. And it's going to make your heart and soul calmer. You are going to show up at an executive level as a strategic leader who is organized, calm, certain, put together, happy, joyful, playful. Have you ever seen CEOs and other senior executives that always still have time to joke, but you're in such get it done mode that you feel like, I can't even think right now. Like, I can't even catch that joke. I can't even laugh because all I'm thinking about is what's coming next and how do I perform and what about X and Y, and I got to get back to so-and-so. And you are so in go mode, productive mode, that you lose your personality. It also raises your cortisol levels. And so you're running around all the time at this high level and never de-stressing. You're holding on so tight. I want you to think about like where it physically is in your body. You're holding on so tight because you are responsible for so much and have to keep it all together. I'm going to teach you how to let go, how to relax, and how to slowly take control of it all. You'll let it all go. Your shoulders will come down. The stress will come off. We will figure out together exactly what matters and what doesn't, and how to make you a high functioning, low stress executive who loves their whole damn life and is full of energy. I got you. We're going to do it together inside the Performance and Happiness Lab, and you are going to be surrounded by peers who want the same thing and are getting those amazing results so that you can see how real it is. I am so excited to watch that transformation happen to you. I have helped so many other leaders go through it, and it makes my life the most meaningful work possible because we are able to help you transform all of it. It's been too long that you've been in the hard. It's been too long that you've been in the suck. I was a single mom for 9 years, stuck in middle management and barely hanging on. I got diagnosed with 4 autoimmune diseases. I know the struggle. I was gripping on so tight for so long. But I studied it everywhere. I studied what makes some leaders more successful than others. I studied what makes some people happier than others and what makes some people healthier, even with all these autoimmune diseases. And I pieced it together and it all started clicking. It is the performance and happiness formula. It is results, relationships, rituals, and mindset. And it transformed my entire freaking life. I've talked about it before, but from the career, I went from middle management to the C-suite to now owning my own business. From a health perspective, I reduced all of my autoimmune diseases and I lost 35 pounds, kept it off, and I'm getting strong as crap. I love how strong I'm getting. And it feels powerful and it's fun. And I have so much more energy than I've ever had in my life. From a family and friendship, I edited people out like we're talking about today. And I intentionally cultivated amazing relationships so that I can have fun and be silly and playful and have deep relationships with others that support me when things are hard. And I support them as well. I went from an abusive divorce and really bad situation to now being married to the man that is perfect for me. He makes me feel so secure and so stable and believes in everything that is possible for me. He loves children and loves going to all of our kids' events. I went from having 2 kids of my own to a blended family of 5, and it is beautiful. I love being a stepmom. I love having a big family, and we spend so much time with our children. I feel like my time is equally portioned out between work, my children, and my personal life. And that includes playing with friends and taking self-care. And I go to the gym 5 days a week and I lift heavy weights and I play pickleball and I go to wineries and I go to events and I just have my dream freaking life. I talk to myself in such a different way. Mindset is huge, you guys. I don't suffer worrying something is going to happen. I don't suffer needlessly. I don't think about things on repeat anymore like I used to. I used to have such a story in my head about how unfair things were and about how that shouldn't have happened to me. And it may be true. It may be right. But thinking it over and over again made me suffer. And I now know from mindset work, I don't have to think about things that don't make me happy. I learned how to retrain my brain. So instead of looking for the negative in situations, instead of seeing myself as a victim, even subtly in small stuff, I would do it all the time. We all do it. I learned how to retrain my brain. I got certified in life coaching skills. I'm finalizing the Brown Executive Coaching Program. I wanted to hone my skill set in this area to be the best coach possible for you. And it has changed my brain so much. For years, I've gotten coached every single week to improve my brain and my thoughts. And because of that, I think so much bigger. I realize I don't have to think about things that don't make me happy. I am so grateful for this life that I have. What I think is possible now is so much bigger than I ever knew. And I stopped ruminating on the negative. I've rewired my brain. I'm so freaking kind to myself. For years, like most women, I had body image issues too, right? So not only have I lost the 35 pounds and kept it off for years, but I also am so kind to myself. I love myself. I'm so graceful. I have so much like kindness and empathy for myself. If I do something wrong, I don't say, oh my God, that was stupid. I'm an idiot. I was like, that was silly. I should probably change that. I am so kind when I make mistakes. And when I fail, I can often fail without shame. And when I have shame, I know how to process it. I'm just a completely different person. And I want all of that for you. I used my performance and happiness formula to change my entire freaking life and make it extraordinary. And now, for several years, I've been full-time coaching others to do the same. And this is the program that puts it all together. It makes it much more accessible. My one-on-one coaching has been sold out for quite some time, and it's exclusive and it's limited, and it is a big investment. And so now at a fractional piece of that price, I've created a offering that will allow you to get everything you need to redesign your life. And you won't do it alone. I'll be right by your side. Every week, you're going to get to train with me on one of these areas of life: results, relationship, rituals, and mindset. We're going to cover everything you need for work to become an executive and for home to become happy and light. And every week, you are also going to get to implement those things real time, because we're not just learning concepts. And in that group, you will be with peers that want the same things as you, that are already high performers and leaders in their industry and want to become elite and love their whole freaking life. And you are going to get to network with those people. It'll open doors for you. It'll open your mind. You'll get to learn techniques and bring real questions and get coached by me and by them, and get that advice from other leaders in the same or different industries that have experiences that you don't. It's everything you need to be successful. And we're kicking it off with a week where we focus in on what you want, so you can get real clear on that and decide and declare. It is going to be beautiful, and I hope that I see you in it. It's my life's work to help you become a high-performing and happy executive. All right, let's end with our evolve work for an extraordinary life. I want you to write down, what does your ideal day feel like? Who are you spending time with? What kind of work are you doing? How much time do you have for creativity, rest, movement? How does your home feel? Your energy, your spirit? And what are you no longer tolerating? Then just simply say, what is one change I can make this week to move closer to that life? An extraordinary life is never found. It's built. One aligned decision at a time. All right, today we talked about how to have an extraordinary life, and I want to be clear, the Performance and Happiness Lab is closing soon. This is your chance to stop settling for successful but exhausted and start building the life you actually want. We kick off in July, and once we're full, we're full. Doors close on July 1st. So if you have been waiting for the sign, this is it. If you're ready to feel powerful at work and peaceful at home, if you want the promotion without the pressure, or if you're done holding it all together and ready to rise, this is where it happens. So go to ShaylaKing.com/PH Lab for all the details, and you can get signed up today. The investment is $10,000 if your corporation is paying. And if you are investing in yourself, I love giving benefit for that, because I have seen so many leaders waiting for their company and hoping it will come next year, or they'll join the leadership program next time. So if you are ready to invest in yourself, I'm cutting that $10,000 in half, and it's only $5,000 for you to enter and change your life. You'll make more money, and you will get it back tenfold in your level of happiness and calm. We're about to change your life. I'll see you in the lab. Thanks for joining me in the 5% Club today. If you're ready to work less, make more, and design a life you love, go to ShaylaMKing.com to join the 5% Club waitlist. Each Monday, I'll send you something you can implement immediately, and you'll be the first to know when applications open for the Performance and Happiness Lab, my group training program designed to accelerate you into a happy, confident executive who loves their whole life. See you there.